All right, before we get it in, much love to Raw Natural Unrefined Hemp Rolling Papers. Go check them out at www.rawthenic.com. Made in Alcoy, Spain, raw rolling papers are unbleached and unrefined with absolutely no dyes, no chalks, and no burning additives so that you can taste the true quality of the product you're smoking on. I know, I'm guilty of it too, but stop it with the blunt wraps and the low-quality papers. Start treating your lungs to the best rolling paper on the market. So go peep out their wide variety of papers, cones, tips, trays, accessories, limited edition collectibles, and a shit ton more at www.rawthenic.com. That's RAWTHENTIC.com. Also, big shout outs to Small Town Recovery and Consulting. For all your business consulting needs, make sure you check them out at www.smalltownrecovery.com, or you can give them a call at 702-293-1010. Also, don't forget to check out bombgreen.com. That's BOMGREEN.com. All right, let's get it going. Yo, hip hop roots. January 2019. Goddamn. Another year in the making, man. Episode number 10. You already know the drill. Hit up the voicemail text line 775-538-6350. Make sure you share your hip hop roots memories. If you're interested in being a guest, you want to advertise your brand with us, make sure you hit up the email hiphoprootspodcast@gmail.com. Also, the question to start the year: who do you guys want to see on this podcast? Make sure you hit up those email, hit up that number. Let us know. We'll see about getting these people on. But let's get right into it. My guest to start the year, it's a duo. So this is my first duo of the whole episode. So this is great. These guys right here been killing the scene. My boy AJ, my boy Coherent, Makeup alumni.
Yes, sir.
That's it. You guys been killing 2019. Mad productive.
Yeah, man.
Mad productive. I mean, even prior to that, you guys were starting, already killing and shit. But I mean, between the shows, Rebel Underground Network, I mean, just
man,
so much going
busy.
on.
Busy
For sure.
That work.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
But first things first, Coherent. You've been out in Vegas, what, about 4 years?
I've been here since 2014. So
2014.
Yeah, 4 years.
From Maine, correct?
Yep.
Maine. That's I don't know that I've met many people that are from Maine.
Especially not from where I'm from.
I don't think
Maine.
you can get pretty much any further.
No, it's the most. I was born in the most northeast town in the whole United States.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
3,000 miles away from here, little farm town. I could see Canada from my house.
I was going to say, so you can see Canada pretty much.
Literally.
Damn.
Yep.
Now, what's the scene like out there?
Nothing.
There is no scene.
And that's what's the most interesting part about my story is that where I come from, hip hop doesn't exist. Okay. Like, I didn't meet other rappers until I went to college. And they came from southern Maine, where there's more city. Some were in little pockets around the north, but hip hop not really existing, especially in northern Maine. They got a little scene building with the homies I went to college with now, but I really discovered hip hop on the internet. And I was influenced by hip hop. Like obviously my friends listen to some mainstream hip hop. They listen to a lot of like ICP, DMX, Eminem, different shit like that. Definitely. So I heard that, and then I don't know, one day, dude, I looked in the mirror and said I want to rap. I don't know why. I started writing and I thought I was hot and it was trash.
What age was that?
Like 15.
Okay.
And then I started going on these like rap forums and text battling. That's really how I became such a good writer. I would go on there and get feedback from them, and then eventually I was like, okay, I want to actually make some music, and I just text battle, and I, bought my own mic and started doing my own shit. But on these forums, I found the culture of hip hop. I grew up in poverty, like I grew up in a projects, and maybe there weren't gangs and shit, but there was a lot of fucking drugs and a lot of fucking shady shit going on.
Especially in cities where there ain't nothing to do and shit.
Yeah, exactly. There was nothing better to do besides get high.
Yeah.
Real shit. And most people back home, man, they're all fucking hooked on everything, man. It's crazy. So I could like relate to the story of a lot of the shit when I was hearing the Nas's and the Big L's. And a lot of that stuff, and I became inspired by it. And ever since then, man, I've just been, trying to push hip hop, man. I've learned that when you show love to the culture shows love to you.
Okay.
And that's what it's about. And that's what Rebel Underground's about, too.
Now, there not really being a scene out there, things like that. I mean, were you able to perform? Were you kind of doing anything like that?
I never performed anything until I came to Las Vegas.
Okay.
I did a little bit of music, but all of my own recording. I had no, like, albums or anything like that. Nothing, like, crazy published.
Yeah.
You know, no artwork and everything that I did here.
Yeah.
You know,
So
Vegas really raised me on some hip hop.
So
shit.
where was your first opportunity to be able to
Hard
grab
Hat.
a mic? Hard Hat.
And Phil A.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So shout outs to Phil A for sure. I say it's
Yeah.
I know he's been him and
Yeah, we're not cool anymore
Well,
like that because of some bullshit. But
yeah, of course.
but you know, I will say he, you know, introduced me to the scene. He
That's
taught
good.
me a lot about hip hop. Taught me a lot about recording. Taught me a lot, you know, just in general. Introduced me to new music. Really got me into what hip hop, being a hip hop head is. Because I will say that Phil A loves hip hop.
Yeah, that's for
you
sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
So on that note, you know, Vegas really raised me on some hip hop shit.
That's good.
Yeah.
And say, you know, it's a got a hell of a culture out here, especially once you start getting your feet wet in the in the circle of people and things like that.
And I've learned that through guys like Art Signs and the whole Campfire Squad and even you and different pieces and me just doing my homework on this scene. Fats is always like, if you don't fucking post this OG shit, like you don't know what's up. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna peep that, man. Like I'm interested. I know I'm not from here, but I love Vegas.
Well, you can see
Vegas
it.
has shown me mad love.
You could see it because it's, you know, 50% of your posts are about what you guys do, and 50% of your posts are about other artists, and that's kind of again back to what Run's about. You know, the whole Rebel Underground network, which we'll touch base on for sure.
Yeah.
But AJ, you're not. I know you're not from Vegas. You're from Covina originally, correct?
Covina, yes.
But you've been out in Vegas quite a bit, huh? You've been out here a while because you went to high school out here?
I've been out here over a decade.
Okay.
Definitely.
Home sweet home.
Yeah, definitely. I can call it this second home. Born in Covina. My whole family's out there in Cali. We really had a situation where the way we got out here, we was living in Panorama City.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Mom's had a great job, all that stuff. I was about like 5 or 6, 7. And Montgomery Wards. You remember Montgomery Wards?
Rest in peace.
Montgomery Wards went out of business.
So young,
man.
you don't even know what the fuck you're talking
Right. They went out of business, and Mom's was the only one who could do the job that she did.
Okay.
So she was getting paid very well. Once they went out of business, there was no more pay, so we had to move out here. When we moved out here, I've always been into music. Like, I'd steal my mom's CDs, like legit. Like, first hip hop album I heard, I believe, was All Eyes on Me, Double Disc Tupac.
Mm-hmm.
So just imagine being like 7 years old and I wonder why they call you bitch. Wonder why they call you bitch. You know what I mean? But it was a huge influence, you know. And basically how I started rapping, I literally grabbed a pen and paper one day and just went in. Now, granted, it was stupid shit. Like, I have an old book from 2004 of the stuff I was saying, and it was like, dude, what are you? But as in when you're a kid, you don't, you know, I had to teach myself.
Well, you
hip-hop.
should be worried if you're reading that book and it's the same that you're
right. Wow, no progression, right?
No,
that's the thing. But along the way, I really taught myself how to rap, how to hip hop. You know, there's no how to, you know, about hip hop. There's not really nobody in my family that I know raps.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody makes music. Well, not everybody, but my cousins, they make music. They sing, you know, country folk. Country folk. But yeah, man, I really love this hip hop stuff. When my first performance was, I did a cover to POD's Youth of the Nation.
Yeah.
In 2008 for a talent show.
No shit.
And horrible performance. I knew all the words and everything, but I just couldn't. I didn't understand the art of performing yet. So I just kept doing it when any chance I got. And eventually I was like, I started performing before I really started putting out any music. I don't got much music out, but before I put out anything, I always did performances. So I had about 50, 60 performances under my belt before I even was like, all right, now it's time to do a track. And the only reason why I dropped the track is because contests started happening. We didn't really have them 10 years ago, but contests started happening rapidly within the past 5 years. So I was just like, why the fuck not, And that's how I really started. Like, I found my love. Like, this is what I want to do. I'm cold at this shit. I have to do this.
Hell yeah. Now, do either one of you, like, play an instrument? Did you grow up, like, in band or anything like that?
I play a little piano. I was horrible at trombone in 8th grade band. Yeah,
I used to play trumpet in middle school.
Okay,
I was pretty good.
Everybody's played an instrument or two.
Yeah,
but,
at least dabbled.
When I make beats, I really dive into the piano. The notes, the transitions, the certain sounds.
Nice.
I really like the experience with the piano. That's the shit.
Cool. Now, you guys, both solo MCs. I mean, starting.
Yeah.
How did you guys? I know you guys. I mean, I can assume with the whole alumni name and stuff, you guys are both college kids, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, now how did this come together? How did you guys end up like meeting and clicking and decided, let's do this. Let's make this alumni thing happen?
Well, it started with Rebel Underground.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, he hit me up one day. I was like, hey, man, we should do something. And then we kind of kicked it one time, and we were talking about making some music and doing that. But then this is when I was doing the whole Truth in the Booth thing, if you remember that.
Yeah.
But then I came up with the whole Rebel Underground thing, and I approached a bunch of people. Well, not a bunch of people, like 5 people. But I came to AJ and was like, yo, we're going to
He hit me up
we're going to do
was
this,
like,
man.
bro, listen.
Yeah.
I got this idea. And then, everybody has the question, why me? Why me? So I'm sitting there, why me, dude? There's a million rappers. And then he was like, because you know your shit.
Yeah, man.
I watched everybody out here, and you know your shit. So
he's resourceful, you know what I'm saying, in ways that I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
So we're a good tandem. We think very similarly. We're both dope MCs.
we're both Aries.
We're both Aries, yeah. Fire gang. Yeah. So as far as the music's concerned, it kind of just came out of, let's do a track. We wanted to make some music, and then we're like, I came up with the idea of alumni. We're both college graduates.
Mm-hmm.
I got a degree in education and history.
Bachelor's in audio engineering.
Nice.
Yep. And then we spell it ALVMNII.
Yeah.
So the LV for the
Yeah.
LV. And then VII is 7, so lucky 7. And the whole alumni thing. So I thought of that concept, and I'm like, that's a pretty cool name.
Yeah.
Like, let's roll with that. And we've just been working on this album. In fact, we started recording it, and
We're actually working on 2 albums.
yeah, we're working on
Really?
several shits.
So this will be the debut album.
Yeah,
too, right?
we got a debut.
Debut of alumni. Yes.
And then we're gonna do a mixtape remix project. Like, it's gonna be like East versus West
it's gonna be
type shit.
Not too many details.
Not too many details. I'll give you a little hint, but yeah. So that's what we're working on as far as music's concerned. And then we're still doing our shit solo too.
Yeah.
Nice. So as far as the alumni album, like the first one, when you guys already have some kind of a date set
April or
for
May.
it? April or May?
Definitely.
Okay.
The
April or
first
May.
5 months of the
We'll
next
keep
year.
our ears peeled and stuff.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
as far as solo projects, you guys have EPs out solo yet? Like
I have 3.
Okay, I know you had at least 2.
I haven't dropped nothing yet.
You're working on one though, correct?
I'm working on like 8 projects at a time.
Well, here's
Yeah.
here's the
Staying
thing
busy.
about AJ. Okay, he's smart.
This guy-
He is not going to drop anything until his business is right.
No, yeah, everything.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's good.
everything's
From
got to be right.
royalties to streams, everything's got to be right.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what
good.
I mean?
And I got a lot of that stuff set up for myself, so we're gonna publish it all through that. Rebel Underground is gonna become its own publisher, and later down the road we'll see where all that takes. But yeah, that's the goal. So we're gonna publish our own shit, and that'll be like AJ's first shit. But he's gonna do.
It's gonna be.
He's got
crazy,
ridiculous
bro.
albums.
It's
He's
gonna be
got like
crazy.
albums planned out. All of his production. It's written.
It's like Rain Man?
It's ready to
No,
go.
I got
man.
I got a beat tape dropping before the alumni project.
That's true.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
the beat tape's done. Me and my homie, shout out Harrison Beats, we collided together and made a nice little beat tape for the city. So just a little, just about 14 beats. You can
Nice.
just cruise while you're on the freeway.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Love beat tapes, especially
Yeah.
as an MC. You love that shit. It's even that, like way back, when I first started spitting, producers were making snippet CDs. It'd be 60, 70, 80, little 45-second, 1.5 minute shit. Man, oh, man. I'd rather bump that half the times than albums because I love beats, you know what I mean? It comes from being an MC. Yeah. So since we've already touching on the Rebel Underground Network, let's talk about that a little bit. So you guys run, you know what I mean? Explain... I mean, I could try, but you're probably a lot better at explaining the full package. But explain to us exactly what Rebel Underground Network is.
We're a hip-hop platform.
Okay.
Just simple as that. Like,
just hip-hop. Strictly hip-hop.
Yeah, and, originally how Rebel Underground started was kind of different. I really wanted to help put Vegas on through a hip-hop platform.
Okay.
There wasn't like a good social media platform for our scene really out there. We had some groups and stuff, and now we're starting to see a little bit more with art and things like this. This is social media.
Well, back then, all we seen was just like a bunch of great rappers.
Yeah,
and no one.
There was the SoundClouds and the music. That's what I always told people. There was places to get the music. It was the whole wouldn't you get an opportunity to sit down and explain some shit to people without necessarily grabbing the mic and spitting and shit like that. So
and. I mean, we're both fans of hip-hop. Mm-hmm. We're both fans of a lot of the talent that is out here. So we just created a platform to not only showcase that, but to showcase hip-hop from all over the world. Real MCs, humble people, talented artists who are actually moving and fucking doing professional shit. Like, that's what it's really about. So we have a social media page at Rebel Underground Network on Instagram and Facebook. Rebel... UN_LV on Twitter. And yeah, we share the scene. We share we share the scene and show love like it's mandatory.
Say that 3 times fast.
Yeah, for real. Right?
Share the scene and show love like it's mandatory. We provide other services. He does photo shoots and shit. I do album reviews. Like we're going to talk about here in a minute. We're going to start doing more original content. In the beginning, we were doing a lot of that. But what we decided to do was to take a break from creating all this really great original content and having nobody to watch it. We didn't have a platform yet to actually showcase this stuff.
Yeah.
So I've been in the cut, growing this page like crazy, and
just working on material.
Working on material.
Pretty much anything you could think of that a platform can provide, we're just in the cut. Just all right, boom. Now's the time to just slap it down on people. And
because I went to the webpage and it was, I mean, you guys got everything from people's albums dropping, like you said, to album reviews to their videos to, I mean, so you're really not, like you said, not even just spotlighting yourselves, but you're putting not even the city,
right.
You're putting not even just the city too. I mean, you're just finding dope artists and dope
people. I literally
and,
reach out to people and like, yo, I love hip-hop. Show me your music. I will share you for free on my page. If you need any of my services, let me know. Like, it's about building together.
And it's only always love for the real ones, man, because...
Yeah, there's a lot of fake shit going on.
And it's crazy because when you first meet people in this city, certain people in this city, they portray this character. This character that wants to relate to you, that wants to work with you, that wants to do all this.
Yeah.
Then they find out who you really are, and how honest and how determined you are, and that if you give a person like me or Jesse the idea that we just boom, all right, let's run with it, let's go.
Yeah.
People will look at you. Those same people will look at you like, oh, who does he think he is? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Who is this person?
Well, I've always had to say like a thing that's people, they don't ever hate on like the guy. The homeless guy pushing the cart, the one doing less than them. And it's always because they're looking at something bigger and they're like, I want to be that. I want to be there. I want to do that. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's a jealousy kind of thing. You know what I mean? And that's really all it's about. Like I said, no one hates on the guy that's broker than the next dude or sucks worse than the next guy.
Yeah, that's where R.U.N really comes into play when it comes to the city. You know what I mean? We're really trying. We support any and everybody that believes in hip-hop, that loves hip-hop, that does this music full-time. No hesitation. And understands the game, too. You got to understand the business. You can't just be a rapper nowadays.
Yeah.
You'll have somebody fuck you over.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
it's 90% business and 10% talent nowadays, and people got to realize that. Like, if you want a label to look at you, you need to have your business in order.
Yeah, for sure.
They want a return on their investment. If they're going to return a bunch of money or get a return on the money that they invested in you, like, you better be making some money.
Right.
Yeah,
They're like already without them.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like
they're not trying to train no
millions
employees.
of views on videos, fucking social media game on
you gotta
point,
work, you
all
gotta
that.
grind, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one thing we do. I think we inspire a lot of motherfuckers out here.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know, even our haters,
Well,
our haters, we inspire them to, you know, do better. And
well, as you should,
guess,
you know what I mean? I mean,
yeah.
if they should be inspired by someone that's doing better or sounding better, whatever it is. They should be inspired.
Doing
by it.
better than a lot of these guys.
I've never looked at it like
pushing
that.
harder.
Yeah, you know,
I've
what
never
I'm saying?
looked at it
I've
like,
never-
oh, I'm that nigga. We Rebel Underground. We them people in the city. Everybody wants to. I never looked at it like that. I just always thought we're over here doing our thing, and you guys are over there doing yours.
and we're supporting your thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, like there was, I don't know, you know.
Well, the dope thing about like the Rebel Underground Network is not only is it for the artist, for you guys to help them shine, but these are also for like fans of hip hop that go to these sites.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
Oh my
getting
God.
introduced to brand new
We have
artists and
new
new.
engagements from Germany, Russia,
Yeah, bro.
just
Hell no.
all around the country of people checking these artists out or just checking out the content by itself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
And that's,
on
great.
Facebook, on our page, we have over 2,500 right now, and only 250 of my friends like it.
Well, that's
So
a
the
good-
other 2,000
Yeah.
are hip hop heads.
Yeah.
And
People that don't
is
even
the
live in
point.
the city.
They don't live here, but that's the plan. Get those other people looking in who like hip hop.
Yeah.
Show them the real hip hop that comes from this city.
Yeah.
And you know, that's really what it's about. One of our like mission statements is really to promote hip hop ethics as well, and that's why all this beef shit. Yes, it's hip hop, but really, what's hip hop is peace, love, unity, and having fun.
Yeah.
You know, that's the fucking hip hop shit. The beef stuff happens because sometimes you got to fucking air some shit out, and we understand that, but we need to build an infrastructure where people support each other.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
that's exactly
And not
what
fucking
Run
hate
is,
on each
that's
other.
What Run is
And we're modeling that.
You know what I
and
mean?
it's the people that hate, that want to hate on people modeling the fucking positive shit.
Here's the reason why people hate. Maybe not every hater hates because of this reason, but people hate because if they're not a part of something great, they wonder why.
Mm-hmm.
They wonder why they're not a part. Why am I not a part of that? You feel some type of way about me? Honestly, I don't. But if you feel some type of way about it, obviously you're gonna say something.
Yeah.
And then as a person or just as a man, you know, that does business, and in your head you're just like, what is really your problem? You know what I mean? Like, hip hop is very strong, especially when you drop a track, any song. People look at your lines, what you say, how you set them.
Yep.
You know, they do this whole thing like there's specific
Critiquing everything.
like there's specific rules in hip hop. You know what I mean? But there's not rules in hip hop. Hip hop has always been do your thing, tell your story.
Yeah.
And if you do your thing and tell your story, you're gonna have those haters
authentic, yeah.
because
Yeah.
they're not a part of something great. That's what makes you great. Your story.
Yeah.
How you tell it.
For sure.
What you went through. How you overcame it.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's what creates a hater.
Well, and
Somebody
it's funny
looking
because
at
if
your
there's a
life.
standard of what like hip hop's supposed to be or
Yeah.
metal's supposed to, whatever, then everything would sound the same. Because that's like there's been. Now I have no problem telling people I rap and stuff like that, but there's been always like, you know, people are like, "Oh, you perform?" And I'd be like, "Yeah," and they're like, "What do you do?" And it was, you know, and I always try to find some way to say it instead of being like, you know, I'm a rapper, because I
Yeah.
just never really. Although, I mean, I guess I am, but I just never really, that's not why I got into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was always been a lyric writer, and it fit into that. I mean, I
Yeah.
started writing lyrics to metal music and punk. You know, I grew up in that scene before I ever even really set foot into the hip hop scene as far as an MC. So, you know what I mean? It's funny that people do that. They're like, you know, there's a certain standard in their eyes that, you know, that's just like, you know, I got a couple boys that they love the positive hip hop thing and, you know, like good messages, all that thing, but they're so anti all the other stuff. So like I do party music and my shit's not positive whatsoever. So they look at me and it's like, bro, you're this, and I mean, you can't put that kind of stuff in people's, but it's like, in my opinion, it's no different than That's like you telling me that you want all horror movies, like everything should
no.
be like child drama.
It has to be like this
because it's like you've got to have a healthy mix of everything.
At the end
Books,
of the day,
music, everything's got to have a,
At the end of the day, it's all art.
Yeah.
Before it's even hip hop, it's art, and art is an expression of you. If you want to make that kind of music, like to say that there's not a time and a place for like Migos and stuff like that, there is. At a club
every day on the radio, though. I don't know.
No, exactly. That's where but there is a time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like to say that that's not good for its lane and all that is stupid, because at the end of the day, it's art, and art is very subjective. So like, is there no standard? Not really, but in hip hop there kind of is a standard, but it doesn't necessarily need to be this conscious standard. It needs to be authentic, and when people say this idea of like real hip hop versus the other shit, real hip hop just means that you have the culture in your music. Like you make references to the greats. You talk about hip hop themes. You are authentic to your story. That's all. You maybe tell your story or tell the story of something else, or hood politics or whatever it is. Like that's what real hip hop is, but that goes into this other discussion that we should probably have. It's pretty relevant that, like there's a lot of disrespect between the generations of hip hop right now.
Yeah.
But but it's understandable to a certain extent because of this last generation that was raised.
Disrespect, yeah.
You feel me? There's just certain areas you don't touch. Like when we see shit like Tupac was trash. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Well, and then people forget too that, people are entitled to their opinions.
Yeah.
Even if it's not the smartest of opinions.
You can't really
very
take that seriously.
But that's just like, people love Drake. I don't necessarily like Drake. He's got some tracks I like. He's got some bars that are dope, but I don't like him. You know what I mean? But who am I to tell anybody that he's trash?
He's
and you're and you don't know hip hop, or you don't know whatever because you like that. Because it's to each their own. I mean, people are out there listening at 180 BPM heavy metal or electronic, out there on fucking, shit that you have to be on drugs to listen to. You know what I mean? But ain't no one telling that, you know what I mean? Like, you can't tell them
and that
you're garbage for listening to it.
No, but then there's a fine line between, like, that culture, though. You know what I'm saying? There is a fine line between that culture, though. Because a lot of this fucking Poppin' Zans shit is not hip-hop culture. It's mainstream pop culture and fucking drug culture.
Yeah.
It's being labeled as hip hop.
It's being labeled as hip hop.
That's another problem. So outsiders, what I mean?
Is it hip hop genre music? Sure. But is it the culture of hip hop? No, and we need to fucking draw that distinction.
Yeah.
Because
I really
we might
feel
lose
like
our shit if we don't.
I really feel like in the last 5 years, that's why the underground, the independent scene has risen up here and is almost at the same level.
Underground
with
is mainstream now.
It's literally mainstream and independent are neck and neck.
Yeah, like right now is the time to be underground.
Now's the time to really, understand the business, everything, left and right, because a lot of these record labels, the famous record labels and what they do, you get your 360 deals and fucking shit like that. Oh, you got to drop this, and but independent, you could do whatever the fuck you want, when you want, how you want it.
That's right.
So why would anybody not want that? Just the freedom of being able to express your art. Why would you want anybody to put a restriction on that?
And the other thing is there's no fucking gatekeepers anymore.
Yeah.
Like, there's no, like, label exec that's looking for the next Johnny Cash.
Nope.
Like, you can distribute yourself if you're willing to put in the work. You can go get the knowledge. It's all available to people. It's just a matter of, do you want this enough?
Bro, if Lil Xan could make it, anybody could make it. I mean,
if all of these guys can make it,
that's
then
the world we live
it.
in when it comes to music now. In the 90s, a Lil Xan would not exist.
Yeah.
But in 2018, 2019, hip hop came so far that it's like,
this is where
now we got to go here and
like
here.
the different styles, like the mumble rap stuff. You know what I mean? Even though it's like, wow, these guys aren't writing lyrics. I mean, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. I mean, that's a hook.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the gram, Snapchat and stuff has made these people famous. Even like that Boonk gang. Like, that dude was famous Not even. I mean, I didn't. It took me a minute to even realize he was a motherfucking rapper.
Yeah,
because he's just out there wilding out. So he's
internet.
really famous from that.
There's a lot of meme rappers.
There's a lot of internet famous, and rap has also become a thing where it's like, I'm bored, so I'm gonna do this. You know what I mean? Like, a motherfucker probably, get drunk, start, smoking a lot, and was like, hey, bro, you got a studio? Hey, you got a studio, right? Let's go in. Let's do that, bro. I'm feeling it. And just literally freestyle some shit, make $1 million off of it, and he never hear from them again.
Yeah.
That shit is insane to me. That's what hip hop has come to. That. You know what I mean? You got people who pour their blood, sweat, and tears living in the independent scene, really trying to. But nowadays we admire independent. If you're independent, you the shit. That's how it should be. Yeah, we had to create. Independent had to be created for that reason. They're not gonna let us real ones into the mainstream, so we gonna be over here with it. You know what I mean? That's why I rep Strange to the fullest, because Strange music is a big influence on what I believe as far as independent. Understanding the grind for yourself, not relying on the next man and what he does. You should be 2 steps ahead of anybody you talk to. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure.
And them too. They should be 2 steps ahead of you. Both of y'all know something that each of y'all don't know.
Yeah, you feel me? For sure. Well, shit, before we get too far off topic, right? I'm gonna hop into the segment. We did a showcase, basically spotlighting the Rebel Underground Network. Let you know what it's about, some of the shit they've been going on. So, peep game. Yo, so that was Rebel Underground Network, and obviously a little spotlight on alumni as well. But shit, so where can they send product, their shit to you guys, and see if you
we got
review their albums, to spotlight their videos. I mean, where can they send this stuff to you guys for you guys to check out?
Well, you can hit us up on either Instagram or our Facebook. That's definitely Facebook is where we spend I spend a lot of time on that. But at Rebel Underground Network, you could also send us an email, rebelundergroundlv@gmail.com. I'll listen to anything, man, and we do album reviews. We're willing to put ads up on our page to showcase your videos. We're really, doing things for artists. We have an indie artist toolkit that has a bunch of information.
I was going to ask you about that, exactly what that was and what, consists of it and stuff.
It's a compilation of everything you need.
Basically, it's a blueprint, man, of what you need to know as an indie artist. It's full of business information from everything from getting your royalties right, signing up for your performing rights organization, what distribution company and you should choose, and I have a chart in it that has everything that's offered by each one. It breaks it right down for you, and you get to decide what's best for you. It's got
shop.
Everything on sound exchange, sync licensing, how to build a business as an artist. There's a whole fucking business plan in there. And then it goes into contacts to blogs, radio, PR, marketing, labels,
EPKs.
Information on how to create an EPK. Also curators for Spotify. That's a huge thing. I got fucking legit Spotify curators. And
I was gonna say you got some major followers on
there.
Yeah,
bro. Like I use this shit myself. And then it's also full of like tips and tricks to market yourself as an artist. What do artists really do to captivate their fan bases? How to build a fan base? How to start email marketing? Fucking everything you need to know, bro.
Man.
If you got a team, if you got a team behind you and you take 30 days to fucking do this, you're gonna be doing something. Like people will be hating on you too.
But real quick, hold on. If you buy this artist indie toolkit, just make sure you're ready.
Yeah, man.
Make sure you're ready.
And it's not even me like consulting.
It'll happen quick.
I
seen the Spotify numbers go up quick. I seen the run page engagements go up quick. Just everything needing to know of how you ever wonder how all these independent Instagram and social media people do that shit and they got hella followers?
Yeah.
You need the indie artist too.
Not even only that. Hold on. There's a whole PDF in there, 700 pages on how to go on tour. Articles from professionals who have talked about how to actually set up a tour, how to talk to venues, everything you need to know.
Wow.
Plus venues all over the United States.
Setting people up for success.
And bro, I'm not even going to say the price of it, but I'll tell you what, it's fucking dirt cheap because I'm not actually trying to make money off this. I'm trying to fucking help people.
And they can find that on the Rebel Underground
It's
network?
right on it's actually, the price is right there. Nobody notices it, but it's there. On the Rebel Underground page, hit us up in the inbox, and
you're basically
we do business
getting
out of that.
thousands of dollars worth of information for a penny. Basically,
Ooh, so go to rebelunderground.wordpress.com.
a penny isn't the price.
Yeah, but it might as well be the penny.
Yeah, it might as well be a penny, dude.
Hell yeah, that's super dope because I see you pushing that artist toolkit, and I'm just like, man.
I've sold several dozen toolkits, but still you would not even believe how many people leave me on red just the minute I tell them the price.
Wow.
And
nobody wants to pay for anything. Nobody will not even pay for anything. Nobody wants to invest.
Dude, I took the time to compile.
No, yeah, you're right.
I took the time to compile this information, package it, save you a bunch of time and money.
Yeah.
And I paid for a lot of these resources myself.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Hundreds of dollars. And I'm just like, here you go. Fuck.
Even when you first drop it, I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, dude.
Yeah, he didn't. You're giving him like it.
I didn't like it. Not at first. Nope. I was like, bro, why would you do that? How much are you? Wait, what? Damn. You're doing it for this much? I'm like, no, that needs to be $1,000, bro. You need to have a little cheap for that. Little course that comes with it. You know, a little webcam course,
newsletter, bullshit.
Damn, so
but afterwards, I seen, and I understood it, and I read it myself, and I dug into it myself, and that's why I have a lot of shit set up for 2019 because of it.
Honestly, it's nothing crazy that you couldn't, if you knew what you were trying to look for.
Yeah, you can put shit together.
Go do it. You're planting it right on their lap.
Boom.
Exactly.
Here you go.
They don't have to weed through all the shit.
You're saving time and money. Period.
Yeah. So if you're an artist out there and you're ready to pop, you're ready for that grind, make sure you hit up the Rebel Underground Network page and get that toolkit.
Yeah, Indie Artist Toolkit.
Yeah.
So 2018, you guys have been productive. Like I said, this seems to be the year of the diss tracks for you guys, man. I think it started with Charlie Madness.
Yeah.
Towards the beginning of the year. So I watched that exchange.
Yeah.
Yeah, to the point. I'm talking about year of the diss tracks up into like like today.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna go up until
Like
the
we
last
just
day
dropped
of the year,
today.
and they're
I
still
think
gonna get
there's
some
one
tracks
dropped
out.
on me in about an hour ago.
So what do you
so what are you asking us, Bomb?
Where do you
know?
think this is all brewing from?
Here's what I
shit.
honestly think. Since I feel like the beef was fresh with
Yeah.
just
Oh yeah.
my personnel. Here's what I honestly think, man. When we first started this run shit, any and everybody we talked to about it was for it. They supported the shit out of it. Oh yeah, let's fucking do this. Oh, I'm down, dog. Hey man, even when we had the roster, people that weren't on the roster, hey man, I don't even care about that. Hey, you support me, I support you. And that's how it always was. Then it just got to a situation where people thought we were trying to take over the city, when that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
We weren't only trying to help ourselves, we were trying to help the city. Just let everybody build, all the real ones, everybody we've seen over the years just performing, going in.
Yeah. And
then it just got to a point where people thought we were the guy. And everybody wants to be the fucking guy. For some reason. In this small ass city, you want to be the guy. Like, I know that at the end of the day, as an artist, I know what I'm capable of. I know what I can do. But I will never say I'm the best nigga that ever did it. And that's what people want to be in this city.
That's big words.
Not everybody, because a lot of people understand, like we do, the bigger picture.
Yeah.
What's about it?
Too many
people are focused on being on local instead of global. Yes, care about your city. Have support from your city.
And that's why we're trying to
But
get
don't
a global
just
reach.
focus on that.
Yeah, you got to go beyond.
So when we started doing shows, we got shit like motherfuckers that got mad because they didn't get booked, or they didn't sell no tickets even though they were given the opportunity to, but would get mad if we turned them away. But mind you, R.U.N, for the record, R.U.N has never snaked nobody, never charged no artist for any slot, anything, except the memberships we had back then, and that was it because it was a membership. You know what I mean? We've never tried to do an event just to put money in our own pocket. We've actually lost so much money from doing money because we didn't think about it like that. Like,
Preaching
how
to the
much
choir.
money? How much money can we make off this show? We never looked at it like
we're
that.
trying to throw dope shit.
So,
you know,
make noise.
To speak on the membership, what happened, bro, is, you know, I charge $10 a month to help them. You know, like, do some shit. Like, and I was doing a lot of things that a label might do for you. I was sending their music out to blogs. I was promoting them consistently.
Would you say $10 a month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Dude, I was
just making sure I heard it right.
And you know what I did with the money? I didn't even put it in my pocket, Bomb.
It went straight in a run.
We put it into the shows, and we put them on the shows, and we fucking bought amazing raffle tickets and all this shit, and bought flyers and went and fucking pushed that shit out in the street.
Always gave back. So anybody
we spend it on the artist, man.
Yeah,
we did a whole podcast. And fucking, we did all the editing and shit. We never fucking charged nobody nothing. We never for that, bro. Nothing. We could have charged. We did hundreds of dollars in video production
because we see the bigger picture.
Yeah,
and if they can't see the bigger picture, they're gonna hate on it.
Yeah, but what happened is I'm not gonna say like
rest in peace, Shattered Bar.
The model that I came up with was not the greatest. I will admit that flaw.
Yeah.
And so I stopped with the whole membership. I never stopped supporting anybody that was part of it. Like, we're all fucking chill. Nobody has any animosity to the decision that was made to stop all that. But I was taking a lot of time out of my own career to help everybody else's career. And it just got to be too much, man. And I said, I can do a lot of little things to help you guys out. But at the end of the day, like, fucking, like, I need to see that you're about this shit.
There was no appreciation shown from certain individuals.
Yeah.
Out of all the work that was put in to, let's say, promote a single or put them on a show.
Yeah.
Make sure people come to that show. All that shit was us going in. You know what I mean? Like, granted, you know, we had our MVPs. You feel me? But
so, did you guys like like boot? Like, are you booting people off of membership like because they're not really
Nobody.
No.
We just
everybody's membership was canceled before we made the decision.
Yeah.
Nobody had bought a fresh one or anything like that. It was just like, let's go a different direction with R.U.N because
it just wasn't working.
We believed in something like, oh, everybody's gonna love this and everybody's gonna support it. But when your own people who are part of it didn't appreciate what was being done, it was like, okay, we're just
take a step.
We're just being taken advantage of at this point.
Yeah.
So we just had to make that route. Like, all right,
it's not even taking.
Let's do music.
I wouldn't even say we were taking advantage of. It was just too much.
It was a percentage of taking advantage of certain people. Much. But
so do you think the animosity comes from the fact that you guys just kind of went, look, we're going to drop everything and worry about us?
I feel like the animosity comes from
we didn't even really worry about
us being confident in what we do. That's when animosity.
So do you think they feel threatened? Basically?
Because I've been told,
not even threatened. Really,
I've been told I'm an asshole. I've been told I'm cocky.
Here's what it is.
All kinds of shit.
Here's what I think.
Well, you are. God damn
it. I think people love what we do, but they don't love that it's us doing it. And maybe it could be because we're not from here. That's probably a certain part of Vegas that feels that way. You know, that's the other thing.
But we're not trying to be kings of Vegas, so why would you be mad at that? You know what I mean? Like, I think it's a little bit of that, and then I think the other thing is sometimes we do speak our piece on some shit. We're both blunt individuals. We call out bullshit.
We've called out some bullshit, and it's pissed off people.
People don't like it.
Like who we've mentioned,
but you know, they can call out our bullshit all day, man, and it's cool.
You know how much shade I see on my timeline, all these rappers, and nobody says shit to them. But the minute that Coherent says something, it's a big fucking deal. And
or
it's because
if AJ says somebody sucks on my post,
we have a little bit of an influence on a lot of people in the scene, and people recognize that, and that's why they want to take shots at us. And because we're good at kind of staying relevant, but we only stay relevant just because fucking
people keep talking about it.
People see us doing
shit. That's what I was gonna say too. Like I love battle. I love diss tracks. I love the exchange. I love all that kind of shit. But like why give them shine? You know, if that's even the case too. Because obviously some of them probably aren't even.
We've never continued something, but they have. Okay. I'm gonna just say that. He's dropped a diss track and somebody's continued. Okay. I recently have, and they've continued.
Well,
the whole point is knowing that you already finished it with that one track. And it's not even that I already finished it.
Yeah.
What's the point?
No need for
going back and it's not. I said because what I had to say to you.
At the end of the day, it's salty rapper local beats, bro.
It's not. It's certain rappers in their feelings.
Yeah. Nobody's listening to my other music because of these beefs. It's not like the
well, you know, it's ironic because runs about the whole like shining in front of people, and it's you guys are kind of getting people to go. I didn't know who the fuck Hoodie was. And I didn't know that was actually his
Nobody knows who the fuck he was. Nobody knows who the fuck he is. But I didn't
know that was his rap name. I thought it was Kaz Webb.
They know he's Kaz Webb from the internet. Nobody knows who the fuck a Hoodie is. I'm telling you, like, this dude, here's the thing with this dude.
But that's what you guys made it known to me. That's what I was trying to make a point.
He came into the city hating on everybody that he heard about and got mad because they didn't fuck with them. I'm going to leave it at that.
And that's kind of why people are hating on us, because we've decided to separate ourselves from some people. When I came out here, bro, I've mingled with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody was cool.
Everybody was cool.
Everybody was
solid. But when you really like start working with some people and you start building, things change, especially when you start talking about money and you start talking about making real moves and all that. Shit happens and you burn bridges sometimes. And, you know, I've made a decision to, you know, delete some people.
Yeah.
And it's just fucking Facebook. I don't know why people are so fucking offended.
Here's another thing.
Oh, yeah. People are sensitive.
Here's the thing. I don't want to see the Facebook drama because I'm inclined to call out your bullshit when I see it, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to involve myself because what we are is much more positive than all this beef shit.
Yeah.
We showcase real artists. We help people. And that's what I want to be known for.
But if we don't...
But here's the thing. On some hip-hop shit, if we got to put a motherfucker in a place because he's speaking some ignorant
Then
shit.
so be it.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
That's gotta happen.
If we don't fuck with a motherfucker and they get mad, that's not our fault.
Yeah.
It's not our. You know what I mean? People ask us all the time, "Who are you?" Well, who are you, motherfucker? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I feel like it gets to a point where it's just niggas in their feelings.
Put it this way,
not
though.
once that somebody had a problem before they made a diss track, hit me in the inbox and was like, "Hey, yo, you got a problem, blah, 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 what's the situation?" None of that. I didn't even get tagged in the disses. So it was just interesting to me that people took their time to do this and put it out. Just it's all ego. The problem with Facebook, specifically Facebook,
so much trouble
is
started
everybody thinks the hip-hop scene relies around it. That's the problem. So a motherfucker say something about another rapper, it's going to come back to him on Facebook.
Yeah.
And now it's going around. Now we got beef. When in reality, nigga, we done all chilled at shows before.
Funny. The whole diss tracks thing is funny because you go to Facebook, but if I log off Facebook and go to Instagram,
where's it
a
at?
whole other world.
It's nowhere.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's exactly. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. It's like everybody truly believes in Facebook relies on is the hip hop
world,
scene,
yeah.
and it's not.
That's crazy.
The
And it
shows,
takes it
that's
too
the hip hop
seriously,
scene.
man. Too
The
serious.
shows, the people working
The
together, that's the
streets.
hip hop
Streets
scene.
is hip hop, not fucking social media. And that's where we're drawing that line again, because we got a lot of meme rappers who have blown up because of social media and shit.
Yeah.
And that's why
Meme
these
rappers.
real street motherfuckers who grew up in hip hop don't respect that shit.
Yeah.
Because
true.
it's a different fucking way of
But
building.
when you're coming up not through the music, and then you're making millions through the music because of some other shit that you know
Some
what I mean? Like,
trolling.
yeah, that's just like the whole what's that Bad Baby, the whole Catch Me Outside girl.
Yeah.
It's like that was.
But it comes back to that standard
Yeah.
that people think they see that you're this person and you do this, and this, and they think you should live up to a certain standard. Oh, if you're not doing this way, then it's wrong. And it's like being religious. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not, I'm religious too, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
it's like, believing in something so much that it's a fact and nobody can tell you different.
Yeah.
And, when people set standards for hip hop, I think that's when when that animosity builds, because somebody thinks something should be done a certain way and it's not done that way, and they're not the one doing
Hip hop is very prejudiced.
beyond prejudice, but it's always been competitive.
Yeah.
Which is great. It can be competitive, but once
I don't think it should be prejudiced, but it should be. I mean, it is.
yeah.
So,
but it's been made that way. It's developed into people being prejudiced
time,
and
yeah.
being, we have a lot of different things that you wouldn't have in the 90s.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be respected in the 90s. That would be rejected in the
And
90s.
get your
Yeah,
mic taken
sure.
away in the 90s.
Give me that shit. Get off the mic.
Yeah.
But nowadays we have so much freedom and expression. Hip hop has always been that expression.
Yeah.
And that's where animosity builds, because people set that standard, like, it should be done this way, and if it's not, it's wrong. That's where diss tracks come. That's where you're doing this wrong, and you said this about me, whatever.
Yeah.
But see, this whole discussion comes full circle, because the whole real thing is respect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's where,
if you are respectful to us, we're going to support you. Like, my big thing, I support dope artists, but first I support dope people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you better be an upright human being beforehand.
That's like my saying. I want to get that
and even
shit
if your
tatted.
music
Yeah.
is not the greatest and, like, you need some work on some shit,
Look, that's my saying.
I will
can't
respect it and share it. You know what I'm saying? And help you and try to help you get better.
Yeah.
Like, that's the kind of person I am. I'm a teacher. You know what I'm saying?
That should be a saying. Like, I'm gonna get that shit tatted. I say it all the time. I've told you like multiple times. I can't fuck with your music no matter how hard it is if I don't respect you as a person.
Yeah.
I'm the same person behind the mic I am. You meet right here. You feel me? I talk my shit just like everybody else does. That's the whole point of being in hip hop. Talk your shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the moment
Fucking Vlad
people
TV.
start throwing shots, it's like you can either ignore it or you can fucking you could engage in it.
Yeah.
I fucked up because I entertained it. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Because in my mind,
Me
I don't.
too, a couple times.
But I had some shit to say, and I said what I
It's a
needed to
learning
be
experience.
said.
It's what, and that's
Definitely.
what it's about.
Yeah.
But you know the cool thing about the beef is you learn who really fucks with you.
Definitely.
You know, and then you know you can
We
really,
got some.
you can build stronger.
We got some
with the people
sneaky
who are-
haters out there. I'll tell you that, bro.
funny.
Yeah.
Still friends with us on Facebook and shit.
Yeah, you got to keep an eye. You got to keep an eye. You
Right.
know?
Yeah.
But shit, I want to talk about the grind mode cipher. But
Okay.
before we
Oh,
do
man.
that,
That's awesome.
we are in a new month on top of a new year. So let's do this month in hip hop history. Check it out.
This month in hip hop history. January 1st, 1958, Grandmaster Flash was born in Bridgetown, Barbados. January 14th, 1965, Slick Rick was born in Mitcham, United Kingdom. January 22nd, 1965, DJ Jazzy Jeff was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. January 1st, 1966, Crazy Legs of the Rocksteady Crew was born in the Bronx, New York. January 20th, 1971, Questlove of the Roots was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. January 23rd, 1989, Tone Loc releases his debut album, Loped After Dark. January 28th, 1997, Camp Lo releases their debut album, Uptown Saturday Night. January 13th, 1998, The Lox releases their debut album, Money, Power, and Respect. January 15th, 1999, DJ Quick releases his debut album, Quick is the Name. January 18th, 2005, The Game releases his debut album, The Documentary. January 17th, 1996, A Tribe Called Quest's debut album, People's Instinctive Travels and the Paths of Rhythm, and Nas's debut album, Illmatic, was certified gold by RIAA. And January 5th, 1980, Rapper's Delight by Sugar Hill Gang became the first hip-hop single to reach the Billboard Top 40. And that was this month in hip-hop history.
All right, that's this month in hip hop history. Again, that motherfucker with the creepy bad accent and shit. Did you guys know that Slick Rick was from UK?
Yes.
That's crazy. I didn't
didn't
know
know
that.
that. I didn't know
until that shit. I was
That's
like,
crazy.
what?
Yeah.
No fucking clue.
Yep.
Well, you could hear it in
Shout
his
out to
voice.
the
Yeah, you could.
You could
though.
now that that's
something
brought
going
up,
on,
you
yeah.
could hear that.
That's
in his-
funny.
Just a young
So,
brother
the
from around
grind mode ciphers.
Oh shit.
I just started seeing these pop up.
Yes.
Part 1, part 2. You guys are about to get down on that, huh?
Yeah. It's dropping this Monday. Well,
Yep.
this is gonna be
Shout out
later.
to Lingo.
So when
Lingo.
you get to peep this, definitely go check out Grind Mode Cypher. They have an amazing platform on YouTube, even on Facebook too. And basically, there's some dope MCs from the East Coast. They go into cities all over the world and find the local cats, have an open casting call, and they film a series of ciphers with them, and they mingle.
But that's been recent too.
Yeah, yeah.
Grind mode's been around for a minute.
Yes.
Yeah.
They
Yes.
worked with
Dude.
My Son. If anybody knows My Son, the
Yeah.
fucking talented genius,
Chris Webby.
Yeah.
Chris
I'm
Webby.
trying to think. I
I
put a list
believe
up,
they did
but-
a grind mode with Chino.
Chino XL. Yes, they did.
And
Yeah. Bunch of bar spitters.
Bars.
Yeah.
But they mingle it between local heads and their affiliates. So they have an affiliate program. So when you're affiliated with Grind Mode, if they're doing a show and you want to fly out and go be part of that and be part of that experience, you can. And be part of these ciphers. And these other
Opportunity.
cities.
See,
That's
that's
what
dope.
grind mode
Yeah.
is. Grind mode is opportunity.
And here's the
for
thing.
the next
It's a
MC.
serious platform. These videos get 10K. Some of their videos have close to 1 million views.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a pretty legit cipher circuit. So when they come around, be on that.
And they're
Yeah.
dope. They're
Like-
legit. The videos are dope. You know what I mean? I've been looking out even the ones
They
that,
know what they're
Boulder
doing.
and all the other
Definitely.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, the other thing I noticed
Shout out,
is a
Grandma.
bunch of people hating because they weren't all Vegas rappers.
Well, that's
Now-
back in
And I
Vegas.
was like,
Now,
well,
here's the
but
thing.
that's what thing I like is that's
didn't
to
know.
me it was like that's Vegas because everybody comes to Vegas,
gotta
so you could be
unite,
here on
yeah.
vacation and just hear the
You
grind
You don't
notes
gotta
here and
be
be like,
from Vegas to rep Vegas.
that's right,
That's
baby.
facts, man. You don't have to.
yeah.
People got to think you born and raised, bred from the. Nah, man.
But-
We came to the city and found love for us in the city.
Yep.
Yeah, and found love for this city. You know, I treat Vegas like a second home now, for sure, bro. I haven't been back to Maine in like 5 years.
No shit, huh?
Yeah, like I went the first year I came here, back home to visit, and then I haven't
You're
been
like, there
back
ain't no
home since.
reason to go back.
I'm about to go back, but yeah, fuck, it's expensive to get
But-
there.
Yeah.
Grind
fuck
mode
yeah.
is just one of those things where it's like, it's an
It's good for
opportunity
hip-hop, period.
for people everywhere.
So
And it is an opportunity for the grind mode people too, because they're working with
Yeah,
all these.
new
They might
artists
find
are
some the next best rapper
right.
just sitting there and can do something with them.
And you
know
guys
what I
are
mean?
both getting down on the cipher.
Yeah, as
Yeah, we
alumni.
are.
See,
back
that's
and forth
dope
on
too.
that.
Now that's dope that they put you on
And
together.
we're the first
And you
cats
know
on
what's
the fucking
crazy?
cypher.
Super.
I don't
dope.
know if it's ever been done, but I think we're the first duo on grind mode to go back and forth. With
So
our
you
verses.
actually go back.
They got
so
a
it
deep.
doesn't.
They got a deep. I'm not sure.
We might
but-
have to look through
but
all the videos, but
a lot of people said it was pretty
it's
cool. that we
interesting.
did
Yeah, it's
that.
very interesting the way we did it, the way we wrote our
That's
verses.
dope. See, that's
So,
originality.
yeah.
That's. I'm glad that you guys went in there and just didn't go. Hey, I'm gonna get my 16 in, and you're gonna get your 16.
See, we
in
could have
or
done
something.
that. I could have
Yeah.
just been AJ. He could have
Yeah,
just
no.
been coherent,
But we're
but
gonna do 116.
it's
go back and forth,
opportunity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's dope that you did it
Alumni.
as alumni.
put that shit together.
Yeah.
Go in. You know.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So, 2019 just started. We're just getting into this. What's the? What you got going down? Because I know you guys
man.
got a show at Crush Velvet coming up. with
Yep.
Jay
Yes.
Doubler.
Yes.
Shout out
Shout
to
out
Jay
Jay.
Doubler.
Yes. Wait for dinner. Thank you for that platform, Crushed Velvet with Mikey VIP.
Great platform for the city.
We'll have
dude.
Mikey on here in a
I
couple
love what
weeks.
Jay's doing, man.
Yeah, he books good talent too. He's straightforward as fuck. If you know Jay,
Yeah, he'll
so-
say what he
Yeah.
wants. That's for fucking
he's
true.
a fucking beast. But yeah, first Friday, backstage bar and billiards, Triple B's downtown in February. First Friday in February. I don't even know what the date is, but you'll know if you're in Vegas.
yeah.
You know, first Friday's going down.
You'll see
so-
it on your timeline.
Yeah,
Come
oh yeah,
down.
I say it'll
It's on
pop up.
Facebook.
Fremont
It'll
Street.
pop up.
Yep.
Cool. So what? What else? I know you said you got some like you guys are working on the alumni debut.
Yep.
I mean,
I'm currently working on an EP project with local producer Big Schoon from
Okay.
Lost Elements. Shout out Big Schoon.
that's the beat tape you were talking about, or
No, this is
Okay.
an actual producer artist collab.
Okay.
He's making all the beats. I'm going in on him. Sounding really great so far.
I got some collabs on that too.
hell
I got
yeah.
my solo project as well. The alumni project, as a producer, I actually produced a few tracks on the alumni project, which is gonna be dope.
Yep.
Fire. There's so much going on.
I got
Man.
a solo project too that I'm doing with Ivory.
Okay.
It's a concept album. I'm not even gonna go into the fucking concept
Yeah.
because it's bananas. It's on some like Deltron 3030 conscious fucking
Okay.
crazy shit, bro. So leave it at that. And he has like this space hop, really interesting, fast fucking BPM, and I'm pushing myself on this album a lot.
That's good.
Yeah, it's
Expanding
pretty, it's
expanding
fun.
your
It's gonna,
boundaries.
it's fun to write this shit, but yeah, musically, 2019, motherfuckers gonna be like, oh shit,
Nah, yeah,
they're dropping
20
something here,
2019
they're dropping something here.
It's gonna
Holy
be straight
shit.
content. Straight content material.
All diss tracks or what?
Now,
no diss
now, here's the
tracks.
thing. If
We
there's
got
enough,
a New Year's
if-
resolution,
if
no
there's a-
diss tracks.
If there's enough diss tracks dropped on me, I'll make a whole tape about them all.
Fuck, we'll add a diss track to the album. If
I was
it
gonna
gets
say
that
at this
bad,
rate,
fuck.
by the time you by the end of the year next year,
No,
you already
yeah.
have
No,
to be able to take them
I
all
will
and make
do
a
it.
goddamn
I'll
album.
make a whole album and just
Compilation.
tag them all in it.
We'll
and
do a
just be
run
like, we'll do it like
compilation.
this.
We'll put all
Funny.
their diss tracks and we'll put all of ours and we'll press it. There you go.
Damn.
Las Vegas diss tracks.
Yeah.
That would
Volume
be-
1.
That would be pretty dope.
No.
No.
No, we ain't doing that shit.
No, we ain't doing it. I ain't putting effort into
It's
that.
you guys
Yeah,
versus
that
Fuck all
shit.
that.
Fuck
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
that ain't no fucking concept.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be a great year.
so
there's
Definitely.
that.
I'm excited. I'm
And then
excited.
I want to shout out the Dope Exchange.
I was just gonna ask you,
Dope
say anything going on with
Because-
them? What's
yeah,
that
man.
going on?
we're fucking planning something huge for April, May, and it's going to be bigger and better. If you don't know what the Dope Exchange is, we're a streetwear brand, and we're also in the business of helping people build their brands, from getting them merchandise to doing logo work for them, to coming up with concepts, we're coming up with marketing schemes
building
for them,
the brand,
building your brand, and believing in your brand and staying dope. And our streetwear, we got the money bags, we got fucking we got
the website, you can get your shirts,
the website,
Nice.
we do hoodies, we do t-shirts, we're gonna have a bunch of other products, but the biggest thing is we're using this platform as well to help local Vegas artists. Our first show we did in the middle of the fucking summer.
It was a
blazing
show.
hot.
Great show.
And we had
Welcome to
900 people
Vegas.
there. We had 900 people there.
Damn.
And we had Harvey Listen, we had Elmer Abapo, Jay Truth,
So
we had Vic
dope.
Smith, and we had video games and vendors and
kids
food
came out.
and all ages. It was great.
Yeah, it was a great show.
And so we're planning a bigger version of that for this year, and then just fucking hustling and helping people, man. We want to help people get their merchandise right. We have some of the best product. I'm serious. Like, we have really good quality stuff for like the cheapest prices you can find.
You can watch
And I've had people look at me and they're like, "Bro, are you even making any money?" Because I can't do it. Like, I print shirts and shit, but I can't do that. So come see us, man. We will fucking take care of you.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And we're dope and make you dope.
Well,
Yeah.
goddamn, man, I cannot wait. I can't wait to see just what you guys got cracking for 2000. Because I know you
it's
guys
gonna be great.
Busy,
I'm excited
busy,
myself,
busy.
man.
Oh, we didn't even talk about Run TV. Let's talk about that.
Oh, Run TV is something that I really see the big picture for. It's gonna be something that's just really releasing a lot of different content.
Original content.
From interviews to podcasts to live interviews,
Different segments.
skits. I really want to get into skits.
Yeah.
Mini
Act
documentaries.
a little bit, because that's always fun. Entertaining.
yeah.
There will be an entertainment side to Run TV. It's gonna be dope. I'm gonna have shirts. I'm gonna be hitting motherfuckers on free.
When you
hey,
think you're gonna start?
I don't really want to get too deep into it, but
we'll know when it's coming.
It's definitely the Run TV will debut early 2019 for sure. Yes.
What we're really trying to do is we did a lot of this stuff early on in Run. We did podcasts. We did. I did a radio show that I was putting on Mixcloud for a minute. We were doing, blog reviews and keeping all the journalism on the scene and all that shit.
And we're gonna bring back the wormhole too.
We're bringing back everything. But what we did is we took some time to actually build our following, so we actually have a viewership for our original content.
Okay.
We were putting in all this work in the beginning, and we were doing great shit.
And then we were wondering why nobody was watching.
Nobody was really watching it because we didn't have the viewership. So we've taken the time to build the platform, and then once we get to that point,
Can hit them with it.
we're gonna hit them with all that original content. We're gonna fucking engage our fan base with our page. And Vegas, you're going to be part of that. Like, honestly, we're going to fucking get a lot of cats from Vegas on this shit and really showcase them. Talk about hip-hop and things that are culturally relevant. And just do a bunch of different segments. Get back to the more album reviews. I want to do more articles, too. Like, more journalism. Editorial pieces. Because that's kind of fun. And I think, people respect that. On our blog, we get hits from all over the world. Same thing with the page. So it's
crazy. You'll see comments in like different languages and shit. And you're like, what the fuck?
It's just shocking to see.
How the
That's
fuck
good
did you
shit.
type that?
That's awesome, yo.
Yeah. Or they'll like put the name of the artist that they like, and then they have a whole sentence that's in.
Yeah. Like,
it's the
and
only
you're just
thing you
like,
identify.
he fucking respects this cat.
Yeah.
It's
Super
crazy
dope.
how people all over the world love hip hop, and I think that's like the most beautiful thing is that it's such a transient culture that has started on the Harlem fucking River in the middle of a little thing in New York. And
Bam.
everywhere. You cannot go to any city, even some of
And
these small
not see the
towns,
influence,
where hip hop is not visible.
Everybody knows hip hop.
And it's become pop culture. Like, hip hop replaced pop culture. Hip hop is pop culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
It's the biggest genre of music in the last 20 years.
It's also the biggest subculture on the planet by fucking far.
And it's growing like wildfire, baby.
Big time, bro. It's going to last forever. And it's always growing and it's always changing. And that's why, you know, I love my 90s hip hop. You know, and I love that shit. But the new shit that's coming out, the J. Cole's and the JIDs and the Kendricks and all this shit, like, if you're not listening to that, I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
For real.
Because, like, they're putting out great music and they're taking this shit to new heights and new levels and doing things that even the LL Cool J's and stuff weren't doing.
Yeah.
But they were huge.
But when you mention the J. Cole's and the Kendrick Lamar's, these are people who can do this at a mainstream level.
Yeah.
And people don't even realize that. Like, these are people doing this at a mainstream level. All the independent dudes can't do this, even if they wanted to. So
well, it's all
strength.
learned,
Hip hop is strong.
Well, shit.
For sure.
Hip hop roots. You already know the drill. Voicemail line 775-538-6350. Let us know who you want to see this year on this podcast. Not only that, make sure you share, you like, you subscribe. Let's build these numbers up. Again, the bigger the numbers, the better platform for you guys and the better visuals and everything. Yeah. So, not even that. You want to be a guest, hit up the Hip Hop Roots podcast at gmail.com.
Real quick, let's make some shout outs. And I'll give you some fucking names to get on this shit. Shout out the whole team at the Dope Exchange, the whole Wasteland squad. Josh, Zach, Harvey, listen, dude. If you could make some more space in here,
you giving out governments?
Do a squad like interview. That shit would be lit. Like, I would love to see a squad interview.
Big Smith on here, bro. You got
Big Smith. Shout outs to him. Indica, Real Ulysses,
Ills the Kill.
Ills the Kill would be a great.
Okay.
Donnie Menace. You know, those are all names.
Well, definitely half of those at least are on radar. They're already on the list, so they just know. But again, make sure you hit us up, like, subscribe, and you know how it goes. Go Knights, go!
Yes, sir.
Now, Mrs. Wong, let me ask you a question. What's good, Nyaka? Oh my God! Excuse me, Mr. Dubois. Well, I said, what's really